evening to one and all here at Jack in the Box, Gully, St. Thomas, once again. And I'm in the heart of Barbados. I'm in the parish of St. Thomas, which is known as the heart of Barbados or the central upland of Barbados. There is no sea nor coastline in these parishes, St. Thomas and St. George. Does not carry. Yeah, Crystal. Yeah. St. Thomas and St. George do not carry any sea in it. These are the two landlocked parishes. So again, I'm doing my third piece of Jack in the Box, Gully, in St. Thomas. You can hear the cows over here grazing, mooing. So this is Prout village behind here. So this is the road to Jack in the Box, Gully. If you are coming from Prout, St. Thomas, you'll use this road to get to Jack in the Box, Gully. To get over to the other side, to Ashford or to Portwell or to Harrison Scale, Richmond area. I'm in the countryside, as I said before. This is the countryside, deep country, in the heart of Barbados. And this is one of the gullies in St. Thomas. St. Thomas is filled with gullies. There's Jack in the Box Gully, there's Stony Gully, which is by the post office, St. Thomas post office. Stony Gully is that road straight down by the post office. And then there is Russia Gully, which is to the other side of St. Thomas, closest to Sugar Hill side, taking you back to St. Joseph. And then there is Richmond Gully, which is now a tourist attraction. Richmond Gully is a collapsed cave. Which has more features added to it. Richmond Gully, St. Thomas. So behind here is Stronghold Plantation. So people take up the cows up here daily. St. Thomas is a beautiful parish, my home parish, my family's parish, my origin, parish of origin. So down this side would be now the West Indies Records Limited, formerly Operates Plantation and Sugar Factory, which is now the West Indies Records Limited. It later became the West Indies Records Limited and is now the Barbados Packaging Industries. You can hear the cows out here grazing. So over to the other side of Jack in the Box now, we'll be leading you back to Ashford, St. Thomas, which will be leading you back to Harrison Scale and Richmond Gully. As I said before, I hear a lot of stories about this area. I hear a lot of stories about this area where it is said that it is a dangerous place. People used to kill you and throw you in the gully, and when your family can't find you, they will search Jack in the Box Gully and they will find your body in the gully. Well, I don't know about that part. I heard stories about it from the older folk. People always used to say that they're afraid to pass through here. But to me, there's nothing wrong with Jack in the Box. Only thing that is wrong with it is that it's lonely. Yeah. It is lonely. There's not much houses, nor people. There are no houses at all up here. The houses are in Pro Village behind here. You can hear the cows mooing. This is a this is what country life is all about. As the older people will say, country life is the best anywhere, anytime. And that is so true. So people use this road to get from north to south, from south to north, from north to west, from south to west, sorry. So if you're coming from the east or the south of the island, let me put it that way. If you're coming from the south, which is Christchurch, south or east, so if you're coming from the parishes like Christchurch, St. Philip, St. John, St. George, even St. Joseph, and you want to get into St. Thomas, which is in the center, or you want to get to the north or west, like St. Lucy, St. Peter, or St. James, or St. Andrew, people use this road to get there because it is faster and more convenient than going all around the highway. Sometimes the highways be in traffic and you back up for hours sometimes, especially approaching the Warrens area. Sometimes, yeah. Especially approaching the Warrens area, sometimes it could be in traffic on that highway. So it is. Some people use this road to get there. This road will put you there faster. All motorists have to do is drive with caution. So there's not nothing to anybody because these days crime in the country is bad. Every day you're hearing another story. And the top officials can't seem to do anything about it. Every day somebody getting robbed, somebody or a store getting robbed. That is the reality here in Barbados. I know it is all over the world, but in Barbados it's not getting worse. Once upon a time, tourists used to love to come to Barbados. Now some of them are afraid now because even the tourists are being targeted. This is not a story to stop tourism in Barbados because we still depend on the tourist dollar. That is what we depend on. Tourism is our main dependency since sugar is no longer king in Barbados. One time we used to depend on sugar. Barbados does not have much resources in it, like how Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad, and some other countries have bauxite and gold and mine. We used to depend on sugar mainly, but sugar is no longer relevant in Barbados. Majority of the sugar factories closed down in Barbados. Only one working, and that's Portville. So all this strain and the stress of sugar processing, has to be yeah. Majority of the strain and the pressure of sugar processing in Barbados now has to be placed at Portville, which is to the northwestern end at Blowers and St. James, along Highway 2A, just around the corner from St. Thomas Parish Church. So this is beautiful St. Thomas. As I said before, people use this road as well to get to Harrison's Cave or Welshman Gully. So if you are doing cross-country driving and you want to get away from the traffic and you don't want to be stuck in traffic, especially during the rush hour time, it can be best to use this road. This road will put you there faster. Just drive with caution, as I said, all the things that are going on these days. But you don't really hear about people out in here that kind of way Jack in the Box. But anything is possible. So this is one of the most undeveloped parts of St. Thomas. In that St. Thomas, the other side of St. Thomas, closest to Castle-Less, that side by the W Plaza and Castle-Less, that is the side that is closest to the Warrens area. Even though it is a rural area, it is becoming a concrete jungle. The Warrens area started to become a concrete jungle sometime in the 90s when businesses started to move out of town into the area. So out here, out that side with relatives, relatives is just above Warrens. And that part is a concrete jungle as well. That is a concrete jungle. All the businesses moving out of town into Warrens, causing it to be a concrete jungle. So over here where these animals are is Stronghold Plantation, St. Thomas. So all Jack in the Box Gully. I will soon conclude this video once again. So I want to thank you guys for watching now. Do have a blessed and a wonderful evening. I see the truck over there, like climb back the house or something. So thanks for watching. Have a blessed evening and stay tuned for more videos of Barbados. There was a zip line to here one time, the area track zip line, which started in 2007 and ended in 2015. I went on it once, area track, which is at Jack in the Box, the closest to Walt Spring Plantation, at Walt Spring Plantation. Yeah. So Walt Spring Plantation, area track zip line closed down, and the zip line is now at Harrison's Cave. I don't like zip lines because I don't like heights. I'm afraid of heights, so you will never find me on anything like that. Heights scare me to death. Heights scares me to death. So I wouldn't travel, I wouldn't venture on any such adventure. I wouldn't venture in such activities. Climbing, zip lines, and so on. It's getting late. That is why I don't go all the way out into the gully. Whenever I come to Jack in the Box, I come as far as here. If I'm coming from Port Village, or I can go from the side of Ashford, closest to Wexmore Hall and Harrison's Cave side, and Hopewell, and you will get a better view of the Ashford Long Road from there. So I want to thank you now for watching. Thank you for your time, and have a blessed evening. Stay tuned for more videos of Barbados. Time for me to go. still watching now. And do have a blessed evening. Yeah, the cricket's chirping, so that means it's time to go. That night is falling, and it's time for me to get the hell out of here.